I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea where my food comes from. I've heard of phrases like organic, free range, and farm to table, but I don't actually know what those mean. And based on some videos I've seen, I don't really want to know where my food comes from. But Grant and his food truck, Crossroads Farm to Truck in Austin, Texas, are trying to change all that by helping you connect with your food and the people who make it.
This is Grant Williams, and he's picking some veggies straight from his garden to serve at his food truck later today.
I want to be able to use everything that I grow in this box at the truck. Growing up and getting to go to my grandparents' farm in Louisiana instilled a love of big open spaces and wanting to eventually have my own farm.
His desire to have his own farm was compounded one day when he was driving down the highway in Arkansas.
Drove by this long barn, and I got to the end of the barn. There was at least 50 feet of giant fans. And those giant fans were blowing out the most foul-smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. It was chicken. I did some research when I got home, and I saw the inside of what the barns look like.
The disparity between the two scenes, his grandparents' small farm and a gigantic factory farm, would one day convince Grant to open up Crossroads Farm to Truck, where he could support local farmers who do things the right way.
I had no experience in the restaurant industry, but I knew farmers. I just was like, let's try a farm to truck concept. It doesn't exist in Austin. No one's done this. Let's do it.
One of the first farms that signed up to work with Grant was Bountiful Acres, a local chicken farm that we decided to visit.
Hey Grant, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming out.
So this is Casey. He owns the property.
Hey, Casey.
Bountiful Acres is a farm in rural Texas that raises free-range chickens. And for the first time in our lives, we actually understood what that means.
You can see that these birds, are doing what chickens do. I'm like scratching on the ground, get to eat this food. Oh, look, there's a bug. So they get to live a happy life.
So what's in here?
This is where your dozen eggs comes from.
About to open. Oh, nice job, ladies. Oh, man.
So you let them out every morning?
Every morning I let them out, rain or shine. So these are a couple dozen farm fresh happy chicken eggs.
These are just like the ones we saw over there.
These are them.
From there, we went to Grant's house, where we picked some spinach for the truck. And then, we went to his distributor, Farm to Table, which gets fresh-picked produce from local farmers every single day.
Everything comes from Texas. That's our mission statement. Everything is within a day's drive. And this stuff literally showed up 30 minutes ago. So it was picked this morning. Strawberries showed up this morning, which means that they were picked last night. We get fresh herb deliveries on Tuesdays and Saturdays, which means that they pick on Mondays and Fridays.
As the purchaser, do you know a lot of these farmers?
All of them.
We get all kinds of stuff. We get tomatoes, we've gotten carrots, we do green onions. I mean, it really just depends on the menu, what they have rolling.
Crossroads Farm to Truck is around the corner from Farm to Table, outside of Independence Brewery, so we walk over as people start to show up for dinner. The menu here is small, but reflects the care they put into every dish. 2 dishes with some fried chicken, a vegan coconut curry, shrimp and grits, pulled pork sandwich, and some fried Brussels on the side. And in each of these dishes, you can trace back the source of nearly every ingredient.
This is our rye fried bowl. It's got the Bountiful Acres fried chicken breast, cherry tomatoes, which are from Village Farms in Marfa, kale that we get from Farm to Table, and some of that spinach that I grew. And the egg is from Bountiful Acres as well.
Oh my God. Damn.
Grant didn't set out to run a food truck. Not long ago, he didn't even really like vegetables. But the more he learns about our food system, the more determined he is to change it.
I used to be someone who just went to the grocery store and didn't really care at all where it came from, didn't care, just looking for the cheapest, whatever. I want to make a meal. But once you start to get turned on to the where, you won't ever want to get turned off. You'll want to know because it's important. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but it tastes better.
While it's impossible to learn about the food system in one day, today we saw what farm-to-table, organic, and free-range mean at their best. Small farmers who treat their animals and crops with respect and dignity, while avoiding harmful chemicals, hormones, and antibiotics. Restaurants who see themselves as an important piece of a sustainable food system. And best of all, delicious food.
No matter where you live, there are people like Grant finding you good, sustainable food that you can feel great about.
You deserve to eat good food, healthy farm fresh food. So we got tons of it.